Listen, he loves you, but he can't leave her. And though your heart breaks every time you think of it, heaven wants you to know, this is not the end of your story. What seems like a wall is only a pause before divine movement. You see, there are chains invisible to human eyes, cords of old pain, promises made in confusion, and karmic debts written long before you ever met him. And yet, in the great tapestry of souls, God is preparing to move. His silence has not been rejection, it has been delay, designed by the divine to bring awakening. You ask, why, God, if he loves me, does he stay where his heart no longer lives? And God answers you softly, because his spirit is still imprisoned in a place his mind cannot yet escape. You must understand, beloved one, sometimes love meets a soul still learning freedom. He feels your call in his dreams, he senses your energy brushing against his soul like the wind before rain, but he cannot yet break free. Not because he does not care. Not because he has chosen another. But because his courage is still being born in the dark, he lies awake at night, thinking of you, whispering your name into the silence. His spirit reaches for yours even when his body remains elsewhere. He wishes he could undo the years that bound him, the choices that shaped his prison, the vows that now weigh upon him like stones. But God is not angry with him. God is teaching him. And God is watching you, the one who loves with purity. Who keeps forgiving, who still believes even when logic says stop. Heaven has seen the tears you didn't show anyone. Heaven has felt the nights when you stared at the ceiling, asking if you imagined the connection. No, you did not imagine it. You felt something eternal, something written before time began. But even eternal love must walk through the fire of separation before it is purified enough to become destiny. You are not being punished, you are being refined. God whispers, be still. My intervention is not delayed, it is being perfected. Every day, his spirit is touching the man you love. Every moment, God is turning the soil of his soul, loosening the roots of old attachments. You cannot see it, but heaven is already at work. The woman he cannot leave is part of an older cycle. She holds the lessons he needed to outgrow. She is the mirror of his past, not the doorway to his future. And though she tries to hold him, his spirit is beginning to slip away, drawn toward the light you carry. Do not harden your heart, child. Do not curse her or resent her presence. For she too is part of God's plan. She is not your enemy, she is a catalyst. Without her, he would not be broken enough to seek the divine. Without her, his pride would not have fallen. Without her, he might never have understood what love really is. The pain you feel is sacred because it is birthing transformation in both of you. God says, I am the one who writes endings and beginnings. I am the one who unties what humans cannot. What he cannot do by strength, I will do by spirit. Where he cannot walk, I will carry him. You need not convince, beg, or prove your worth. Love that is written by heaven does not need persuasion. It only needs patience. Heaven is preparing a moment, sudden, divine, and irreversible. A storm that will shake the very foundation of his comfort. It will not destroy him, but it will awaken him. He will be faced with truth so clear that denial will no longer be possible. In that moment, he will know, your love was never a temptation, it was his destiny. So rest, beloved. Stop trying to understand what only time will reveal. You are not losing him, you are watching God rearrange the story. The pain is temporary, but the bond is eternal. Even now, his soul turns toward you like a flower toward the light. He dreams of you, though he pretends not to remember. He feels your prayers like warmth beneath his skin. You are connected beyond distance, beyond circumstance, beyond explanation. Your love is not a mistake. It is a divine contract written in eternity's ink. God chose you to love him, not to suffer endlessly, but to awaken what was sleeping in him. You were sent as a reminder, of grace, of truth, of what it feels like to be seen by the soul instead of the flesh. You were sent to be his mirror of divine love. That is why, even though he tries to stay where he is, peace never finds him. Because his heart knows where it belongs, with the one who prays for him instead of judging him. Heaven says, your reward will not be delayed. My hand is moving. The door that once looked sealed will soon begin to open. You will not have to force it. His freedom will not come from rebellion, but from revelation. He will wake one morning and realize he cannot stay where love has died. And he will begin to walk toward you, not out of desire alone, but out of divine instruction. Hold your light steady. Keep your faith alive. What feels like abandonment is the quiet before resurrection. God has not forgotten you. He has seen your endurance and marked it with favor. And soon, the heavens will intervene in ways that no human could predict. There are moments when God hides his hand, not because he is absent, but because he wants your faith to grow roots that no storm can uproot. You are living through such a moment now. You have prayed, wept, and waited, and it feels like heaven is silent. Yet, the silence is not rejection, it is sacred construction. Behind that stillness, God is aligning hearts, breaking invisible cords, and preparing the path that neither of you could find alone. He is being tested. The one you love is standing at the edge of two worlds, one familiar, one divine. The familiar holds him like a ghost, whispering that comfort is safer than truth. The divine calls him through your spirit, through the quiet love that never demanded but always believed. Every time you release him in prayer, every time you surrender the outcome to God, heaven moves a little closer. Right now, he lives in confusion. His outer life looks calm, but his inner world is trembling. He feels your energy in moments he cannot explain. He hears your name in the wind, sees your reflection in strangers, feels the ache of what he has not yet chosen. The woman beside him cannot fill the emptiness that your soul already occupies. She tries, but love without divine alignment fades like morning mist. He is beginning to sense this. Though he doesn't yet understand it, God whispers, "Let me finish what I started. Do not interfere with my work through fear. Do not chase what I am already bringing to you. Love that is meant for you will never need to be fought for. It will recognize you when the divine hour strikes. What you must do now is rise into peace. You must stop trying to heal through effort and start healing through surrender. When you let go, you do not lose him, you invite me to lead him." The chains around his heart are not made of steel, they are made of guilt, duty, and unhealed wounds. He once made promises to others that his soul has already outgrown. He is afraid that breaking them will make him the villain, not realizing that staying in a lie is what wounds him most. So I, the Lord, am preparing circumstances that will make truth unavoidable. There will come a divine confrontation, a moment when he will see the difference between loyalty and bondage, between obligation and love. In that moment, the illusion will shatter. He will see the truth of what you have carried in silence. He will see the prayers you whispered for his peace. He will see that your love was never self. There will come a morning when the ache that once defined you feels lighter, not because you stopped caring, but because heaven has finally lifted the burden. You will wake, and the air will feel different, softer, alive, charged with the quiet hum of divine movement. You will sense it before you see it, something is changing. The man who could not choose will begin to feel a holy restlessness. He will no longer be able to ignore the voice of his own soul. This is the moment God has been preparing for. Every prayer you whispered through tears became a seed in his timing. Every night you said, "Lord, I trust you," even when you didn't understand, was a key unlocking invisible doors. And now, those doors are swinging open, he will begin to see clearly. The veil that once clouded his understanding will lift. The comfort of his old life will no longer soothe him. The laughter that once distracted him will fall silent. He will begin to see the emptiness he tried to hide from. The woman he cannot leave, her presence will start to feel foreign, like a song that no longer matches his heartbeat. He will not hate her, he will simply realize that his soul has moved on. God says, "My spirit will call him out of what no longer serves his destiny." He will feel it like an inner earthquake, subtle at first, then undeniable. He will remember your eyes, your voice, your patience, your faith. He will feel shame for not coming sooner, for not believing sooner, but God will cover him with mercy. Because this was never about punishment, it was about awakening. You see, beloved, love in the divine realm is not about possession, it is about transformation. You were never meant to simply be a chapter in his life. You were sent as the light that would remind him of who he is in God's eyes. And though the journey has been painful, heaven has recorded every tear as testimony. You will not leave this story empty-handed. When he returns, he will not come as the man you once knew. He will come humbled, open, ready. He will come not to take from you, but to build with you. And you will know the difference, because peace will accompany his presence. Where there was once confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was once fear, there will be courage. Where there was once delay, there will be destiny fulfilled, but before that day, God is still working on you. This waiting has not been wasted, it has made you holy, stronger, wiser. You have learned what real love means. You have learned that loving someone does not mean losing yourself. You have learned that divine timing is not a denial but a preparation. And soon, when your blessing arrives, you will understand why you had to wait. Heaven whispers, "Do not rush." The story must ripen before it is revealed. If he were to come too soon, the healing would not be complete. So, let the Spirit finish what it started. Focus on your own light. Keep nurturing your joy, your faith, your calling. Every time you rise above fear, you draw him closer. Every time you choose peace, you shift the atmosphere around his life. In secret, his soul has already begun to turn toward you. He may not speak it aloud, but his dreams tell the truth. In those dreams, he walks toward you, calls your name, reaches out but cannot yet touch you. That distance is the final lesson. When he wakes from that dream, something inside him will change forever. God is not cruel, he is precise. He times miracles to perfection. The very moment you think it's over is the same moment heaven is preparing the breakthrough. The story is not ending, it's being rewritten with divine ink. Soon, there will be movement. A message. A call. An encounter that feels too perfect to be coincidence. When it comes, do not rush it. Let it unfold naturally. He will need your gentleness more than your questions. He will need your forgiveness more than your explanation. And you will find that you no longer need to prove anything, because peace itself will prove that God has intervened. You are not the same person who began this journey. You are stronger now, softer, yet indestructible. You have carried divine love through fire and not been consumed. That is why heaven trusts you with this connection. God knows you will handle it with grace, and as for him, the man torn between two worlds, heaven is not done with him yet. He will learn to stand in his truth. He will learn to love without fear. He will learn that real love is not about comfort but courage. When he finally chooses you, it will not be from desperation but from divine conviction. He will know that you are his answered prayer. There will be a season of quiet rebuilding. You will talk, laugh, and rediscover each other. The healing will come through simplicity, shared silence, gentle honesty, prayer. You will see that love can be both sacred and human. you will see that the same God who broke you is the one who will bless you. And when you look back, you will realize that every delay, every heartbreak, every unanswered prayer was leading here, to the moment when divine love became real. You will thank God not just for the reunion, but for the transformation. Because without the breaking, neither of you would have been ready to hold something so holy, so breathe, beloved. Let peace settle in your spirit. The story is still unfolding, but its ending is already written in light. The one who could not leave her will find his way home. Not through chaos, but through grace. Not through guilt, but through revelation. Heaven whispers one last promise to you: what I join by spirit, no human bond can keep apart. What I bless, no circumstance can curse. What I begin in pain, I will finish in glory. The time of waiting is closing. The time of fulfillment draws near. Keep your heart open. Keep your faith alive. God is about to intervene, not just in his life, but in both of your destinies, and when he does, you will finally understand why love had to wait, because divine love was never meant to be ordinary. It was meant to be eternal, and now, beloved, let your heart rest. You have walked through a long valley, carrying a love that felt too heavy for one soul to bear. But heaven saw every step, every sigh, every night you whispered, God, I still believe. Those prayers were never lost, they became light in the unseen world. Guiding angels toward the one you love and protecting the bond that was written long before either of you took your first breath. The story is not about loss anymore, it is about redemption. What once looked like separation was really sanctification. What once felt like delay was divine design. You have been reshaped by love's fire, refined into gold that no storm can tarnish. And now, the angels who stood watch in silence are singing again, not because the struggle is over, but because your heart has found peace in the middle of what once broke you. God wants you to know, you are not waiting for love, you are embodying it. Every time you choose grace, you become the very miracle you've prayed for. Every act of forgiveness, every quiet prayer for the one who could not leave her, has become a doorway for heaven to enter. This is your holy reward, a love that no longer clings or fears, but flows freely from divine source. Soon, the winds will change. You will see signs that what was promised is manifesting. You will feel it in small ways first, a sense of calm where anxiety once lived, a new lightness in your spirit, a knowing that no matter how the story unfolds, you are safe in the hands of God. That peace will be the first miracle. The second will be the return, in divine timing, not by force, not by manipulation, but by the natural gravity of truth, and when that moment comes, you will not tremble. You will not doubt. You will simply smile, because deep down you always knew, love that was born in heaven can never die on earth, so rest now. The angels are still at work. The story is sealed, he loves you, but he couldn't leave her, until God said, now. And when that now arrives, it will be perfect.